Welcome to Sehtar. My name is Venkdesh. I am an author and a therapist. We have been looking into career planning, and in this series, today is the fourth episode, and it's all about value. So, value creation is one of the most important and the fundamental things upon which your success in your career will rest upon. So what is the value that you are bringing to the workplace? What is the value you are bringing to the society? What is the value you can bring to the community? In general, what's the value that you can create and bring in as part of all the time and effort that you're putting in? That's going to really determine how much successful can you be and how you can sustain your success. So this is something that is foundational, very, very important, and plays a very significant role in terms of not only your success in your career, but also how well you could lead your life. You see, life and career, they both are very, very closely related to each other, and one will reinforce each other. And that is why I always talk about your life when I talk about your career, and the other way around. So earlier we saw the three important things when it comes to your career planning, which are your life and lifestyle, your age, and last but not the least, fulfillment. And we also saw that alignment of your personal aims and ambitions with your professional goals and objectives will play a key role in how you shape your decisions. And therefore, I would like to suggest you spend a lot of time thinking about how to align them, how they can complement each other. Secondly, we also saw that depending on your age and therefore your health, a lot of importance will be clearly pertaining to your health conditions. Because with age, it's only natural that we will have something to look into as you come of age. So the earlier you begin, the better you are placed. Most importantly, the earlier you begin, you will also be able to leverage the power of compounding. Power of time will work for you. So, having said that, the way you can plan your career will clearly depend upon age and time, and therefore you can use your compounding if you start early on. So the reason I would like to recollect and talk about these things in today's episode is value creation rests directly upon these two factors. So the way you can create value multiplies and can grow exponentially the earlier you begin, and compounding will help you to increase the value really exponentially, not just in a small and slow and steady way, in a linear way, but in a non-linear way, in an exponential way. That is possible. You see, any value that you create is also something that will last long if you really do it nice. Let me give you a small example. Value creation means it's not just about money. It is about what else that comes in because of money. This difference is the key. If you can get this right, then you can get everything else automatically working for you. So let me repeat that. Value creation comes from the things that money can buy. Money is a means to an end, and time is a means to put in an effort. You will always be spending time. There is no way as a human being we can save time. There is no way as a human being we can create more time. All of us have the same 24 hours in a day. All of us have the same 7 days a week, and therefore the only way we can do is optimize and maximize the best possible in the available time. So therefore, it's not how much time you spend on an activity, but what value you get out of the time you spend on that activity. If in 1 hour you can get some 1,000 things done rather than 10 things, then probably that's very likely to create more value. But not, it's just a small example. That's not the only way to say it. Maybe you can even do one thing well in 1 hour, and that can create 1,000 times more value than something else. So you'll have to see what works and what doesn't work. So one of the main factors when it comes to value creation is it's about all the people involved who will be beneficiaries of what you're doing, and also who will be working with you to create the value. Are you doing it as an individual contributor? Are you doing it as a team? Are you doing it working for somebody else? Or are you doing it working by yourself? All of these are very important factors, and you will have to think about how you are creating value. A lot of times you can easily understand that no man is an island, as a very famous saying, and therefore you will have to leverage the power of your relationships, power of your teamwork, the power of synergy. By working together, you can create value together, and 1 plus 1 is not just 2, but it can become 3 in terms of teamwork. And therefore the teamwork collectively coming together is possible to create more value, and probably one of the only best ways available for every one of us. As a human being, we interact with each other, and therefore leveraging your interpersonal skills is going to be the number one factor. So collectively, when everyone understands that there is some value, and there is some value for us, and as a society, as a community, as a team, as an organization, there is something that is really worthwhile, then that's the way to go. The number of hours is only a starting factor. Generally that's how it starts, but over a period of time, it's not the number of hours, but the value that you create. So for example, somebody at an entry-level job will be able to justify his effort or her effort by saying that I took 7 hours to do this, or in a typical day I can do this much. That's the starting point, that's the entry level. Now as you grow further into your career, it's not just the number of hours you do, but how well you can bring together people, how well you can create an output that's dependent on a large number of people in the organization. So for example, you may be a team player. Your team could be involved in creating an asset. Your team could be involved in writing a feature or a functionality, writing code for a particular release. Then you'll have to work with your programming team, your quality assurance team, your architects, your designers, your data analytics team, your backend and database, and all the servers and infrastructure and those kind of stuff. So a number of people come together to have a successful release of the code. That's another example. So the list just goes on and on. So when you're beginning your career, it may be just one of you as an individual contributor, but as you move further up your career, you'll be interacting together as a team. So you need to understand how people come together and what are the reasons for them to not only come together but stay together. So that's where your success lies. And therefore, once you understand the value of the team, the next level is to come together in such a way that you're not only contributing as a team, but you're contributing towards the long term. That is, you build value by the visionary thinking, by bringing in creativity, by bringing in long-term planning. So it's not just the tactical stuff or the day-to-day stuff, but also things that can be done over a period of a month, or a period of a few months, and then a year and many years. So what is it that you can create which will sustain the test of time and stay strong and be strong and bring in continuous returns over a long period of time? That will be dependent on strategy. So there we go. You can see the trajectory, isn't it? So you start at the entry level, then you grow further, and then you grow even further. So it's beginning by the number of hours and number of days, and slowly you move on to interpersonal skills and bringing together and working together as a team. And then finally, it's about the strategy and how you can create more value. So that's pretty much about an introduction to value creation, about which we can see more in upcoming videos. So that's part 4 of career planning, and in this series we have seen the 3 important factors of lifestyle, age and fulfillment, an alignment of personal aims and ambitions with your professional goals and objectives, and We also saw the power of compounding and how the power of time can work for you. And in today's episode, we have seen the value creation and the importance of how to create long-term value. If you like this video, go ahead, share with your friends and family and loved ones, and subscribe to our channel for interesting and exciting videos for your success in your career, happiness in your life. Wishing you a very healthy, wealthy and a happy life. Go ahead, gear up for success and victory. See you in another episode. All the best.